Right, this is probably the third or the fourth video that you're watching, and this is the continuous of what's happening with the engine leak. Last time, if you remember, we couldn't remove the cylinder number 8. Today we're going to try to remove the cylinder number 8. Sorry, the fuel injector in the cylinder number 8. The reason why we couldn't remove it because the chassis is in the way. I did a bit more research and study, and some people saying you need to disconnect the electrical bits, but I'm not too happy about it. So rather than stopping the job, I'm thinking about doing something. So come, I'll show you what the problem is. Again, if you haven't seen the previous video, this is the problem. So I cannot take number 8 out. So another idea would be, I know it sounds weird, but another idea would be to turn the engine a little bit to the that way, so lift it from the right hand side, or if you're a passenger it will be from the left hand side. Anyway, lift the engine from this side, so tilt it for a little bit, okay? So if we tilt it a little bit, we may have enough clearance, just enough. Because if you think about it, if I can't fix it, how is supposed to the specialist to fix it? They're gonna have the same issue, you know? So probably there is a solution for it. I just don't know what solution is. What do you think, Alex? There's a solution, don't you think?
Of course, I'm sure there is. There has to be.
There has to be a solution.
If the dealer can find the solution, then we can too.
Yeah, yeah. The reason why we don't know what solution is because no one talks about this. What's going on?
Exactly.
There is no single video. Remember, I'm not talking about just a normal job. We're talking about this specific job on the 3.6 TDV8 Range Rover. These specifications are not available as a video for someone to show you how to do it.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I've seen some other videos. Really, the video is not good quality. I didn't understand. However, it wasn't on this engine. It was just Range Rover in general. We're talking about 3.6 TDV8.
That's right.
So what I'm going to do is I'm gonna put the car on stand and then try to jack up this engine.
Yeah.
See if it works. Now, just to let you know what I mean. Like, when I went home, I was thinking, okay, the engine is they're sat on two mounts. So there's a mount on the right hand side and a mount on the left hand side. Okay, so there are brackets and mounts. So the engine obviously can sit in a place. Okay, but the engine is heavy. So what they have on those mounts, they have a piece of rubber on the left and the right, and these act like a cushion. So the vibration of the engine doesn't translate to the car body chassis, or where the car moves as well doesn't translate that to the engine. So there's a bit of cushion there, okay, and this cushion, it goes up and down. Think of it like they look like a small tire or a piece of rubber that, you know, is a bit spongy.
Yeah.
So with this in mind, now the engine is heavy, sat down. Okay, so these are compressed. So if I lift the engine a little bit up, they could decompress and have enough clearance for me to remove it. Without removing any bolts, without removing the engine mount or anything like that. Now, if that doesn't work, I have to remove the engine mount so I can tilt the engine that way. We have to see. So we're gonna cut now, and I'm gonna prepare the engine for lifting, and I'm gonna lift it and show you if it works or not. If we make this video, then probably it is going to work. So if you're watching, it's definitely going to work. So just bear with me 1 second. I'm going to cut now, but for you, it's gonna be quick, and you're gonna see the next scene now. Okay, you cannot see what I'm seeing now, but I took pictures and I'm gonna put it on the screen for you to see, okay? So, what am I looking at? I'm looking at the oil pan. If you remember from our previous video when we serviced the oil and we drained the oil, so that's where the oil sits, the oil pan, okay? And then next to it, you have the front differential, okay? So this is what I can see. This is the only thing I can see here in the space. Now, I am worried. The front differential is made out of cast metal, so it's metal, okay? And so if you put a magnet, it will work. However, the oil pan is made out of aluminium, so when I put the magnet on it, it doesn't attract the magnet. So that means it's definitely aluminium, and this one is definitely steel. The front differential is definitely steel. I'm going to put a piece of wood and then jack the engine up from this front differential, which you should see somewhere here around the video with pictures. So I'll include pictures, okay? We'll cut this and then we'll go back and I'll show you how to jack it up. So this is where we put in the jack and the wood. So the wood is here against the front differential, as you can see. Let me see if I can zoom in. Like that. So this is the front differential. This is a piece of wood, and that's where we're putting. So we slowly we're going to raise it a little bit up because we want to raise that side up here. So this side we need to raise it up. So I'm going to raise the engine slightly, only a little bit, without dismantling anything, okay? This is the jack here. So what I'm going to show you now. So we have the camera there with Alex. She's holding the camera, okay?
Yep.
She will be pointing at the engine, and over here I am with the trolley jack. I'm going to lift it, and we're supposed to see the engine tilting this way, okay? So only this bit it will rise, okay? So let's take a look. It should, little by little, should rise. Let's see if it will. Ready?
Yes.
Is it moving?
Yes. It is. I can see it. Oh, the car is lifting.
The car, no, that's wrong. So we don't want to lift the car, we want to lift the engine alone.
Yes.
We don't want to put the weight of the car on it, okay? So in this case, we should dismantle the engine mount. We will be required to dismantle it. So let's dismantle it, okay? And I will show you how to do that. So over here on the engine mount, there's an 18mm socket that goes into the bolt there, okay? You cannot see it. Maybe I should take a better angle. So right over there, that is where the bolt is. Okay, that's an 18, and I need to remove that and just loosen it, okay? Just loosen it. Okay. For now, that's enough. Because I just unbolt it. I just want to unbolt it a little bit. I don't want to remove the bolt all the way out. Now we can try to lift the engine up, see if it works. Okay? And just like before, we are going to raise from the front differential and see how much the engine will raise. I can feel there's a bit more flexibility.
I think that's the maximum. It's not raising anymore.
Okay. Let's see if this will come out now.
That fuel injector, yeah?
Yeah. Oh! Yes!
It did? Woo!
Yes!
Oh, it did!
Out!
Awesome!
Out!
Victory! Woo!
The project will continue!
Yes!
Yes! Woo! No single video on Range Rover 3.6 TDV8 removing this injector number 8, okay? This is the first video ever that you ever see. If people make videos after this one, they're copying me, okay? This is the situation. I'm pretty sure mechanics are looking at me thinking, yeah, we know that since 13 years ago. Hello? But listen, I'm a DIYer, I'm not a mechanic, and I cannot see a bloody video online. This is the first time ever. So don't come to me and say you already know this. Yeah, you do, but I don't, okay? I don't know this, and I did it. So, here you go.
Told you don't give up.
I cannot believe it.
You did it.
I cannot. Listen, it's very important. If you're a mechanic and you have been doing this for 20 years, okay, and you know this trick, then you know what? Well done on you. I am a DIYer. I've never done anything like this before. For me, it's an accomplishment. For you, it's like, yeah, whatever, man. But for me, it's an accomplishment, okay? You have to understand that. So don't come make fun of me when I'm getting excited about the fact that I've removed injector number 8, especially that I've looked online for so many videos and I couldn't find any. Okay, so don't make fun of me for getting excited about something that you already know. Ooh. Wow. Wow. Right.
Right.
Well, this is it. So now, next is why we did all of this. So I can remove the rocker cover or the manifold inlet. Yeah, inlet manifold. Yeah.
Yes. Alright. Let's continue.
Let's do it. Everything is so much easier right now.
What's the next step now? We change the. Is it the gasket? Oh no, the inlet
Exactly.
manifold. Yeah?
Take it out and change the gasket. This is the last thing.
Okay, great.